Hey guys, I'm Flourish and I welcome you to the very first episode of the FUHSO Insiders Student Spotlight, a video series created by the FUHSO Insiders team. Our goal is to showcase the amazing talent of students here at FUHSO while inspiring others to pursue their passions and interests while also pursuing whatever degree it is that brought them to the university. On today's very first episode, we are excited to have our very own Francis Art here with us. Francis, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you.
For those who don't know Francis here is an amazing artist. He creates amazing art for his clients that he frames and then sends to them. And Francis here is known for his incredible attention to detail. Francis, I don't think I've done justice to you. Can you help us introduce yourself?
Okay. You've said it all, but let me just. My name is Francis. A student here at FUHSO. I'm a 211 medical student, and yes, I'm an artist, a ball pen artist specifically. Yes. Like you said, I pay attention to details.
All right, so in this video, in this interview, we'll be diving deep into Francis's creative process, his journey with art, and how he juggles his passion with his academics. So, Francis, I have a couple of questions here for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So, my first question for you, Francis, what inspired you to pursue art, and how did you discover your talent?
Okay, what inspired me? Well, I don't know if that's a question I can answer. What inspired me in the first place? Well, I've always known myself to be creative, especially when it comes to drawing and other aspects of the art. Yes, there was a time where, okay, I just knew myself to be able to draw while growing up. So I just developed and keep building myself. And at some point in my life, I was good at anything art, not just fine arts, but applied arts, acting, singing, poetry, and every other thing. But I think what stood out for me was the fine art. And as time went by, I developed, I became better. I found myself in the world of art, and here I am today. And what was the other question you asked? Sorry.
All right, I said, how did you discover your talent?
Okay, well, I think I've always been talented. I just grew better. Let me put it that way. I just grew better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Francis, can you walk us through your creative process from ideation to final product? How do you come about these your paintings? I've seen a couple of your drawings and I know they are really great. So how do you come up with these ideas?
Okay, well, sometimes it just comes. The inspiration to draw just comes. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but sometimes I feel it. Like, how do I put it? There is a mood that comes when I want to draw. And sometimes they are triggered by emotions. Well, some of my best works come when I'm very emotional. Sometimes maybe very happy or sometimes sad and other forms of emotion. But I don't just know how to explain it, but there's a feeling that just comes, and when it comes, I just know, yes, it's time to draw. So if I'm working and that feeling is no longer there, sometimes I just leave the work and exert it till I come back. So yeah, that's for the inspiration aspect. And I work with several, should I say, probably tools, techniques, and methods to get my work.
Okay.
Yes, so everything surrounding the whole thing brings out is what contributes to my great output.
All right. So Francis, that's very good. That's a very great creative process. So Francis, take for example, a client reaches out to you, and he sends probably a picture,
Okay.
and he needs you to get something done on that picture. Can you tell us what goes into your art from when you get the picture until you deliver the final product? Can you lead us through it?
Okay, well, now, when I get the picture,
Okay.
and I obviously get the size of the portraits to be drawn and every other thing, I go for my materials, go for my paper, my pens, and I obviously have the other materials I use. So then I apply the grid lines. Yes, there's an app I use to get grid lines on my picture. So I get the grid lines on my picture, then I go into working, cutting the paper and drawing my grid lines on the paper now. Then I begin with my sketch, and after the sketch, then I begin to draw and apply all the shading and every other thing. Then I go into creativity, like the drawing, the main drawing now in paper.
Itself, yes.
Yes. So when I'm through with the drawing, I frame the artwork, package it, and get it delivered. So this is just me breaking it down, like summarizing what I do.
All right. All right.
Specifically now. Yeah.
All right. So, how would you say you use social media to like showcase your work and to reach potential customers?
Okay, well, social media is like the major platform I use to reach my clients and customers. Yes, and when I first started, one of the very first social media platform I used was Facebook. Yes, I usually post my works there on Facebook. I had a, I still have a Facebook. I have a Facebook page. Is it page I call it now? Yes, on Facebook. That is Francis World of Art, where I display my works there, and I have an Instagram handle there. Yeah, so social media is like the major platform for myself where I get where I get in contact with the outside world and advertise my work. I think social media is my strongest, let's say my strongest handle or something like that. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to
Yes,
say.
I do. I do. I do. All right. So, Francis, you mentioned earlier that you are what you'd like to call a ball pen artist, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So what inspired you, or what made you decide that you'd go with that instead of painting, maybe, or another alternative?
Well, funny story. That was in secondary school, SS1. That is the school for the gifted Abuja. I just in class, and then I just had access to pens. I don't know, for some reason there were no pencils around, and maybe in a bit to express myself, maybe in class through the emotional burst, seniors wounding you left and right. You just want to express yourself. I don't have pencils. I just found myself using pens to attempt things. Like maybe in class, my mind is somewhere else. I'm trying to sketch a teacher. I'm trying to just bring a picture or an imagination in my mind to reality, and there are no pencils around. So I just see myself attempting with pens. And after a while, my classmates then they were amazed and were like, "Wow, you could actually do better with these pens." And I myself, I didn't even see the possibilities. So I decided to give it a go. I tried. My first work was not so good, but then it was nice. People kept encouraging me.
Yeah.
I kept attempting with pen, kept on attempting. I attempted till I got better. And then a point came, I realized this is my thing. Like I got so used to it that pencils became boring to me.
Yeah. So it's
So
just pens for you.
yeah, so strictly pens. Not like I can't do pencils, but I think pen is my style, or should I say, it's my niche, if I should call it that. But that's the whole story that led to me using pen. So yeah, that was
Wow.
the secondary school.
Wow, that's so inspiring. That actually reminds me of myself. Sometimes when I study, I get so frustrated. Maybe if I can't solve the question, I get frustrated and I start painting. Maybe I can be an artist. Francis,
You can. I think everyone can be an artist.
All right, all right, all right. That's beautiful, Francis. All right, so Francis, can you share with us a particularly memorable experience?
Okay. Well, I think every artwork for me has a story attached to it, or should I say an experience. But I'll tell you one that I think stood out for me. I've been drawing, obviously. And funny enough, as of then, I never had any portrait of myself. And so I looked out for a picture of myself and I finally found one. And strangely, I was the only one that was interested in that picture. Now, my family, most especially my dad, would come and see me drawing and he's always complaining. Now, the issue is the concept of the picture. It was a picture where I was in the rain. I was playing in the rain and I took the picture. And now there are like drops of water over my face. So while I was still working on the picture, it didn't look like it yet. And my dad was like disgusted about the whole thing. And he was even asking me to stop drawing, that he doesn't like it. He doesn't fancy the idea that what am I drawing? Why can't I get a good picture? And I felt like I was the only one attracted to this picture. But funny enough, it took me a long time to finish. Maybe because it was my
You
yes,
pay
my
more attention
own,
to it.
yes. So by the time I'm done, it didn't look like what he thought. And I think it stood out for me like it's one of my best artworks so far. Yes, I think probably you get to see the picture, but it's very lovely. But that's just one. There are a lot talk about my very first artwork, how it took me months to complete, or the work I did during COVID-19, or when I was running out of time and I had to do some midnight work like throughout the night to just get things done. So there's so many memorable artworks for me. Yeah.
All right, so that's actually very nice. I think we all have that one picture that no one really fancies, but we're just like, yeah, but we love it. Yeah, and I'm really happy that, and I'm sure your dad is probably proud of you right now.
He is, no problem.
Yeah, he is proud. He is proud. So, Francis, do you think your experiences here at FUSO have affected the nature of your art in any way?
Okay, I think that's a big yes. I'll tell you why. For example, my fastest and my largest works were in FUSO. Yes, I've drawn my largest, like in terms of size, in FUSO, and I finished it in so fast a time I didn't even know. I had to work under pressure, and if you see that work, you wouldn't know I worked under pressure. Like I never knew I was that good, and now I thought there was pressure before FUSO while working because then I love working at night. I had a job, so after my work, I'm at home drawing at night. But now in FUSO, it's a different story, different in the sense that it's more tasking.
Yeah.
I have my books to read, I have a lot to do, and I have to work. I have to draw. And I sometimes see myself drawing like incredibly, like, okay, let me just put it this way. FUSO introduced me to speed in that work. Yes, I finished works that I would usually finish in 2 years, under 3 days. Yes, and it will still come out good, and in fact, it's even opened me to a new audience here in Otoko. So FUSO actually has changed the level of my art experience.
All right, all right. That's you mentioned it has definitely become more tasking.
Yes.
Yeah, so that leads me to my next question. Actually, how do you balance your art with your studies, and what tips would you have to give to students who want to pursue their passion while juggling it with academic responsibilities?
Okay, first, how do I balance my art experience, my drawing and
Yes.
schoolwork?
Yes.
First of all, it is good to note this. As much as we want to go to school, school is not always fun. Yes, but art for me is fun. In fact, I see art in almost everything. Now, I'm not trying to sound smart or sound philosophical.
Yes.
I'll be able to put that word. But the thing is, I express myself in art and I love doing it. So even in the midst of the stress and the academic schedule and everything, I still find time for art and I don't see it as stress. Sometimes I won't find it more. I even see myself drawing when I'm supposed to be reading. Sorry, I'm saying that. But the truth is, art is not a work. It's less of a job to me. It's a passion.
Yes.
So I always find time to do it. And so in so doing, aside that I have to balance my reading, I had to create a timetable so I don't overdraw
Yes.
when I'm supposed to read.
Yes.
So I created a timetable, I worked by it. It wasn't easy, obviously. I had to multitask. I cut out some less important activities in my life. Yeah, I had to put out a scale of preference. Yes, at work, my academics, my work with God, and every other thing. And so I created time for my artwork and my time for reading. And so I shut out some less important things.
Yes.
Yes, that's one. Now, tips I would give to students out there who want to chase their passion. I will tell them something someone told me, a friend, a colleague. When I wanted to start drawing food, so I asked her if it was possible. She told me something, especially for medical students, it doesn't get easier. It never gets easier. In fact, the moment you graduate, the moment you become a doctor, you are still very busy. So, in fact, she told me if I should start drawing now, I would learn the habit of putting other things into my career.
Yes.
And so I thought of it, and that's what I did. And so if there's anybody out there who truly wants to pursue their passion, please go for it, but be smart. The Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct. There's a reason why you're in school, which is obviously to pass. But yet, doesn't mean you should live out your life for it. So you yourself have to use your discretion to know which is more important and know how to go about it. But I would not advise anybody to live out their passion for anything. In fact, your talent is what God gave to you, and it's what makes you relevant sometimes in the kingdom, even on earth. So, like I say, go for your passion, go for it with everything you've got. Don't stop it. Don't stop doing what you love doing because you are studying. In fact, I was an artist before I became a medical student. So why should I stop drawing? Because I'm reading. Yes, exactly. So that's my advice to everyone there. Go for what you love doing. Don't stop, but be wise. because if you fail, it may affect your passion.
Yes.
So do what you love doing while studying, and I believe you'll find balance. I believe you'll find balance. Yeah.
Wow, Francis, thank you so much. That definitely is beautiful advice.
Thank you so
That
much.
really is beautiful advice. So, Francis,
Yes.
what are some benefits, or what are the benefits you've experienced having these two interests, MBBS and painting or drawing, as it is for you? Or if there are also drawbacks, you can tell us about them too.
Okay. Well, what you said my interest now.
Yes.
Now, for myself, well, I don't know if anyone will believe these things I say, but obviously, I find almost everything. Okay, there's this saying, they say science makes the world go round.
Go around, yes.
But art makes it beautiful while it goes round. Now, the thing is, in almost everything I do, there is something art teaches me. For example, the patience. You can't rush perfection. Obviously,
Yes, you
so you
can't.
have to be patient with what you are doing and take it gradually. You don't look down on technique. There is a reason why you have to do theoretical studies. Now, this is talking about practice and learning.
Yes, learning.
So I learned some things practical and theoretical before I even apply them practically.
That's in your art.
Yes, in art. Yeah, that's you don't look down on technique. What else? In fact, there are a lot of it. For example, there was a day I was dissecting and I felt the need to listen to music, and I was like, I need to get my Bluetooth. And someone was like, what's going on? And then I had this vibe as if I'm drawing while dissecting. So I had to get my music, and it gave me that vibe. In fact, I even saw anatomy like a bigger form of art. I just see it like God's artwork. Like I'm working on God's most
Yes.
valued artwork. Yes, yes. So there's this relationship. So there are a lot I get to learn. I get to learn patience. I get to learn how to be calm under pressure. I get to learn how to be calm under pressure. I get to learn balance. In fact, a lot. So I think there's a way you can put your passion and incorporate it into any other thing you are doing. And so for myself, I found relevance in this. And so I don't know. I hope I did justice to that question.
Yes. So to you, art and medicine, as it is, are almost one and the same, right?
Exactly.
So there's no drawback exactly. It's just like, yes, they're working hand in hand. Well, thank you so much, Francis,
Thank you
for
so much,
today. Wow, it's been a privilege having you. All right, thank you so much for sharing your insights and your experiences with us, Francis. Is there anything else you'd like to say to us?
Okay, well, there are so many things I obviously have to say.
Yeah, okay.
Well, one is, please, wherever you are, stay true to who you are, stay true to what God has given to you as a talent. And remember, God truly loves you, and He made you a beautiful work of art. You're a beautiful work of art. In fact, you are God's best artwork. So stay true to who you are, like I said, and remember, God truly loves you. And is there any need to introduce? Well, you can reach out to me if you really want to. You can get an artwork if you are around FUHSO.
I'd also love to. After this, yeah.
All right.
All right. So if you, for example, if you're like me and you really want to get an artwork done, you want to get a portrait done, and you need to contact Francis, he's going to share his handles and wherever you can reach him. So, Francis.
All right. On Facebook, you can check out Francis World of Art. Francis with the apostrophe. Francis World of Art. And on Instagram, you can search OK, as in OK _ Francis _ Yes, you see my handle there, and you can please follow me. And maybe you can leave a message, and I'll give you my WhatsApp number if it's very necessary. Yeah, so I think those are the ways you can reach out to me.
All right, Francis, thank you so much for being here today. It's been wonderful having you with us.
I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for watching today's episode, the very first episode of the FUHSO Insiders Student Spotlight. We hope you enjoyed listening to Francis's journey through since he started with art until now, and we hope you've actually gained something and learned something from his experience. All right, remember that your educational journey wouldn't be complete without that one creative thing, without those creative things that you're to do. Like Francis said earlier, there's more to life than biochemistry or anatomy, right? Stay tuned for more inspiring stories from students at FUHSO. And if you know anyone who would be a great fit for this series, do well to let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all our social media handles. We are FUHSO Insiders, so Thank you again for watching. Thanks for watching. And remember to stay curious, stay engaged, and stay creative. God bless you.